Good morning, everyone. Let's begin by sitting in a cross-legged, comfortable position on our mats. Tailbone rooted down into the ground, spine long and tall. Hands gently resting on our knees. Gaze is inward. We're just going to take a moment to focus and connect with our breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Full inhales in all the way to the top of the lungs. And full exhale out, all the way out through the bottom of the belly. Just beginning our day by tuning inward, noticing how we feel, how our body feels, where it might be tense. Just bringing our awareness to our breath and to our body. Big inhale all the way to the top. And full exhale all the way out to the belly. Inhale here. And exhale. One more inhale, holding at the top for a moment. Taking a big exhale out of the mouth. Bringing our hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra. Just greeting this day, welcoming this beautiful day ahead. Being grateful that we woke up today. Grateful that we get to experience this day, create this day, enjoy this day. Grateful for our bodies, for getting up out of bed today, for arriving here on our mats, able to move and do this practice. Grateful for our breath, our prana, our life force energy flowing through us, keeping us so alive, so vital, allowing us to move through the day. Bringing an intention to today's practice to carry with us through the day. Maybe you want to stay present. Maybe you want to cultivate an open heart all day. Taking a big inhale and reaching our arms up above our head, palms together. Grasp our hands and flip our palms to the ceiling. Full. Really reach up, root your spine down towards the ground. Hands reaching up towards the sky. Big inhale here. And on an exhale, bringing our right arm behind us, we're going to twist to the right. Gaze over our right shoulder, left hand on our left knee. Inhale for some length. And exhale, soften into the twist. Inhale for some more length. And exhale. See if you can soften a little. One more breath. And your next inhale, coming back to center, raising our arms above our head, palms touch together. Big inhale here. And exhale, twisting to the left. Left arm comes behind you, right hand on your left knee. Gaze looking to the back of the room. Inhale. Exhale, soften into the twist. Inhale, finding some length. Exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper. One more breath. Inhale, coming back to center. Hands resting on your knees, just coming in for some slow head circles. Just beginning to release some tension from our neck and shoulder area from our night's rest. Releasing any weight we may have carried over from the day before. So can start today fresh. Switch directions. Adding in some shoulder movements to release tension from the shoulders. This is intuitive here, so wherever your body is feeling, wherever you feel the tension, whenever it makes you feel good, to start loosening up the upper body. Keeping our gaze inward, focusing on what it feels like, and not worrying about what it looks like. Coming back to center. A big inhale, arms raise up again. Palms together, inhale here. Exhale, we're going to side bend to the right, bringing our right hand, fingertips, palm or forearm down onto the mat. Left arm reaches over our ear, really reaching towards the front of the mat, keeping a slight turn in our chest so it's facing up towards the sky. Inhale, maybe finding some more length, reach further. Exhale. Big inhale. Exhale to soften. One more breath here. Inhale, we rise up. And on our exhale, bring in our left hand or forearm down onto the mat. Right arm reaching over the ear towards the back of the mat. Again, a slight twist in our chest so our heart is shining up towards the sky. And also keeping your left shoulder away from the ear so we're not hunched. Everything's engaged. Really reach, feel that full side body stretch. Begin to awaken the body. Taking a big inhale. And exhale, sending that breath all the way through the right side body from your fingertips down to your hip. Using your exhale to soften. One more breath here. Inhale. Inhale, we rise, come back to center. Palms reach above our head. Big inhale. And on our exhale, we're going to reach forward and fold forward, starting with our belly, chest, and our forehead can meet the ground. Pushing our hips back towards the mat, fingertips reaching forward, keeping our spine elongated, feeling that full body stretch in both of our sides, using our breath to soften into the hip space, soften into the side body. Maybe you want to even bend your elbows and bring your hands into prayer. We feel the stretch a little more in our arms and shoulders, bringing our hands behind our head. One more breath here. Inhale, slowly rising up. Bringing our hands behind us, fingertips facing our body, pushing into our hands just to lift our hips, just to slightly open up our hips here. You can keep your head or bring your head all the way back. Take a big inhale. And exhale. Release. Come on over into your hands and knees into a tabletop position. Knees are hip width apart, directly below your hips. Hands directly below your shoulders and shoulder width apart, spreading those fingertips nice and wide. So we're really rooting down into the ground. Tops of the feet really pushing down into the ground as well. Thank Pachamama for supporting us today. On an inhale, we're going to pull and shine our chest forward and bringing our belly to the floor. Slight gaze upward. exhale, evenly pushing into the hands and top of the feet, rounding our spine, tucking in our tailbone, crown of the head reaching towards the mat. Inhale, pulling and shining our heart forward, belly to the ground. Exhale, tucking in the tailbone, rounding our shoulders and spine, evenly pushing into the hands and feet. Inhale, shine your hearts. And exhale, round. Now using your breath in connection to your body to just start intuitively moving, intuitive cat-cow movements to begin to bring life and waking up all areas of the body. Moving as slow as you want, as big as you want, as deep as you want. Keeping the eyes closed, really focusing and tuning inward. Feeling yourself, feeling your body. Feel it loosen and awaken and soften and expand. Letting go of the mind. Don't tell yourself where or how to move. Just keeping your eyes closed and following that intuition of yours. Maybe adding some pressure on the wrists as well to begin to awaken them. This is my favorite way in the morning to move, this intuitive cat-cow, and to just kind of really awaken my whole body. It feels so juicy and yummy. Coming in to stillness at a tabletop. Tucking our toes under. I'm going to push evenly into our hands, keeping those fingertips spread really nice and wide, feeling each fingertip onto Mother Earth. Pushing into the toes, bringing our knees up, and slowly pushing our hips up and back into our first downward facing dog. You can pedal out the feet here, begin to awaken the back of our legs. Pulling our heels down towards the mat, pushing evenly into our hands. Shoulders away from the ears. Bringing life into our legs. Coming onto our tippy toes, bending the right knee and twisting a little over to face the left. So we feel a big side body stretch on our left side. Inhale back to center, staying on our toes. Exhale, bend the left, leaning towards the right. Inhale back to center, still staying on your toes. You can have a slight bend into the knees if you'd like. Taking a big inhale. And exhale, straighten the legs, pulling the heels down towards our mat. Finding stillness in our dog for a couple breaths. And our next inhale, looking between our hands and slowly walking towards the front of our mat. Feet between our hands. Grabbing opposite elbows, just hanging for a forward fold. Knees can be slightly bent or straight. Head loose, neck heavy. Letting gravity do its thing. Also kind of pulling ourselves down towards the ground. can swing, yes or no. Using your breath to send your breath back behind your knees to open up the hamstrings and the back of the thighs. Inhale, bringing our hands onto the ground or onto our shins, coming in for a halfway lift. Inhale here. Exhale, fold. And inhale, root to rise, slowly, vertebra by vertebra, all the way up, head up last, arms bringing up above our head, palms together in Anjali Mudra. Inhale for some length. Exhale, bringing our hands through to heart center. Inhale, we sweep our hands up, palms meet together. Exhale, we hinge at the hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we push our hands into the ground and step both of our feet back into a plank pose. Inhale, we slightly lean forward. Exhale, bend at the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, pull our chest and heart forward. Upward facing dog, pushing onto the tops of the feet so our knees and thighs are off the ground. Shoulders are away from the ears. Big inhale here. And exhale. We push our hips back up, coming in to a downward facing dog. Inhale, looking forward. Taking steps to the front of the mat to meet our hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Hands come up above our head and palms together in Anjali Mudra. Exhale, palms through to heart center. Inhale, sweeping our hands up, palms together. Exhale, hinging at the hips, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we step our right foot all the way to the back of the mat, dropping our knee, coming into a low lunge. Inhale, arms rise above our head, palms touch together. And exhale, bringing our hands down through to heart center. Opening up our hips here in a low lunge, keeping our hips square to the front of the mat, so you may need to slightly pull your left hip back. And you also want to engage your right leg. So we're pushing our hip down and forward. So we really feel a nice stretch in the right hip flexor. Taking a big inhale. Exhale, see if we could feel our legs soften, reaching down towards the ground. Inhale here. Exhale. On our next inhale, we're bringing our arms out like a T, really pulling and reaching in opposite directions as our hip is still pushing down and opening up. Taking a big inhale. Exhale, we sweep our right arm over our ear, left arm can go on our thigh or calf, and we reach our arm towards the back of the room. Chest is shining up and reaching up towards the sky. Inhale here. And exhale, cartwheel our arms. Right hand comes down onto the mat. Left arm up towards the sky for a twist. Inhale. And on an exhale, we push back and we come into gate pose. So our right leg kickstands, left leg straightens, right arm comes below our left shoulder. Left arm reaches above our head, reaching towards the back of the mat. Feeling a full side body stretch. The outside of our left foot is pushing down into the ground. So we're really feeling the line of energy all the way from the foot through the fingertips. Taking a big inhale here. And on our exhale, we're going to come sit on our glutes with our right foot coming on the inside of our left thigh. And come in for a fold, working on toward the belly, towards the chest, trying to keep a straight back. Gaze looking kind of forward here. Your leg can be slightly bent if you need to. Using our breath to help soften as we bring softness into our body. bringing ourselves into this beautiful day. One more breath. Slowly rising back up. Again, placing our right hands just to push ourselves up, back up onto our knee. And we're going to bend the opposite way now. So left arm on our leg, and we reach over with our right arm towards the front of the mat, taking a big inhale here. And exhale, we come and bring our leg back parallel to the mat and come into half split, flexing our left foot here, pulling our heel in, taking a big inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we push ourselves back into lunge. We tuck our back toe in, pushing our hands into the ground. Left foot comes back to meet the right. And we inhale, slightly lean forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, pulling our chest forward, upward facing dog, pushing into the tops of our feet. And exhale, pushing our hips back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, looking up through our hands, taking the hop now or the steps to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, root to rise, hands all the way up, palms together above our head. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms on our hands, and now we bring the left foot to the back of the mat, dropping the knee. Inhale, we rise. We're in low lunge, hands above our head, palms touch. And exhale, we bring our hands down through, meeting at heart center. Again, squaring off the hips and pulling that left thigh down towards the ground and forward towards the front of the mat. I'm here for a few breaths, allowing ourselves to soften, allowing our breath to soften and open up the hip space. One more breath here. And our next inhale, opening up our hands and twisting to the right. Again, both hands pulling in opposite directions. Really strong. Gaze looking towards the back of the mat. We take a big inhale. Exhale, left arm comes up above our ear, reaching towards the back of the mat. Right arm comes onto our thigh or calf. And we try to twist so our heart shines up, up towards the sky. You can drop your head back if you'd like, taking a big inhale. And exhale, bringing our cartwheel our hands forward. Left arm touches the mat, right arm really reaching up. So our arms are parallel from the line of energy all the way from the ground to the fingertips. Taking a big inhale here. And exhale, release. Bringing our left, we kickstand coming into gate pose, so that comes parallel to the front of the mat. Right leg straightens out. Left arm comes below our left shoulder, while our right arm reaches over our ear all the way towards the back of the mat. Really grounding the edge of the right foot into the mat, so you feel the full line of energy through Pachamama from your edge of your foot all the way through your fingertips. Maybe you slightly squeeze your glutes and push your hips forward, really opening up that whole side. Taking a big inhale. And exhale, we come down onto our glutes. Left sole is into our right thigh. And we reach forward and come into a fold over our right leg. Using our breath, bringing our awareness to our body and noticing as we exhale, if we soften and become closer, bring our body closer to the leg. One more breath. inhale, we rise, using our hands to push ourselves back up on the knee into the gate pose. This time, left arm comes over, reaching towards the front of the mat, and folding over the left. Big inhale here. And exhale, we turn to face the front of the mat, coming into our half split, activating our right foot so the toes are pointing up, slightly pulling our right hip back so the hips are even. And we lean forward. So we inhale and exhale so we can fold a little deeper, trying to keep that back straight. Inhale here. One more inhale. Exhale, bend at the knee. Coming back into the lunge, we tuck our left toe and we bring our left foot back, drop our knees so they're as wide as the mat, big toes touching, push our hips back towards our heels as our hands are pulling and reaching forward, forehead meets the ground, child's pose. Remember breathing in and out through the nose, deep breaths, really sending our hips back and pulling our hands forward so we are being pulled in both directions. Maybe you give your mat or Pachamama a kiss. Thank them for supporting us. One more inhale. And exhale. Slowly rise back up, swinging our feet over so we come to sit on our glutes. And we slowly lower down onto our back, bringing our knees into our chest, giving ourselves a little hug. Maybe rocking side to side. Straightening the left leg, keeping the right knee bent, really pulling it into our chest as the left foot is really pulling down towards the back of the mat. Big inhale. And then exhale, we're going to drape our right leg over our left, coming in for a twist, arm out like a T. Gaze is looking over the right shoulder. You can keep your hand on your left knee or keep your hands out like a T. Pulling your right shoulder blade down towards the mat, and using your breath to help soften. A few breaths here. One more breath. And coming back to center and switching legs, so straightening the right, bringing the left knee into the chest, really pulling it in as the right foot is really pulling down towards the edge of the mat. Big inhale here. And on an exhale, we twist and drape the left leg over the right, gaze looking over our left shoulder, arms out like a T. Keeping that hand on the knee to help assist, or letting it go and opening up your arm. Again, working on pulling that left shoulder blade down towards the mat. Notice on your exhales, it allows you to soften your body and twist deeper. Relax. One more breath. Coming back into center, bringing our knees into the chest, giving ourselves a hug, bringing the soles of the feet together, and grabbing the outside edges of our feet. So we're kind of in a upside down, like a butterfly pose, and upside down, but laying down. And we're pulling our feet towards our body. So we're really opening up the hips here. Inhale. Exhale, grabbing the outside edges of our feet and straightening our legs, kind of like a happy baby, but our legs are straight. Keeping our whole back flat up against the mat, all the way from the back of the neck to the tailbone. And if you want to rock side to side, you can. This is a great stretch to open up the back of the legs, the hamstrings. And bringing our feet together, bending the knees, giving ourselves a big hug, bringing our forehead to the chest, giving ourselves a smile, a thank you to our body. Taking a big inhale, exhale out the nose. One more big inhale, holding at the top. And as we exhale out of the mouth, we bring our legs out into Shavasana, slightly wider than the mat. Hands rest next to us, palms facing up. Bringing softness, feeling the softness in our whole body. Feeling our body a little more loose, more awake. Feeling it open to receive this day, to receive what this day has to offer us, and to receive what may come our way. Unfurrowing the eyebrows, bringing softness to your face, unclenching your jaw. Relaxing the collarbone space, feeling the heart reach down through your back to meet with Pachamama. Bringing softness in your whole being. You can go ahead and stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like, or you can follow my lead as I begin to go ahead and close this practice. Totally up to you. Just bringing awareness, starting to wiggle your fingertips and toes. Deepening the breath. Bringing our hands above our head. Pointing the feet. Big inhale and stretch in opposite directions. Big, big stretch, big inhale. And big exhale out of the mouth. As we bend our knees and roll on to the right side into a fetal position. And we're pushing into our hands, slowly taking your time, pushing ourselves up. Coming back to meet in the seated position, keeping the eyes closed. Bringing our hands together in Anjali Mudra at heart center. Extending gratitude for this day, to our body, to our breath, to Pachamama for her support and her love, to ourselves for giving us ourselves this time in the morning to connect and awaken. Bringing our hands to our forehead so we may think kind and loving thoughts to ourselves, to all other beings. Bringing our palms to our lips. May we speak kind and loving words today to ourselves and to all other beings. And bringing our hands back to our hearts. May we go through this day and lead this day in love and kindness to ourselves and all other beings. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat this morning. May you all have a wonderful, blessed, beautiful day. Namaste.